Hitler believed that the pure German people, the Aryans, were the master race. Hitler said that one of the reasons Germany lost World War I was that the German race had been weakened through Aryans marrying non-Aryans. Therefore, if Germany was to be strong again, the Nazis had to ensure the integrity of the Aryan race. From a Nazi propaganda leaflet called The Nazi Race, 1929, the Aryan race is tall, long-legged, slim. The race is narrow-faced with a narrow forehead, a narrow, high-built nose, and a lower jaw and prominent chin. The skin is rosy bright, and the blood shines through. The hair is smooth, straight, or wavy, possibly curly in childhood. The color is blonde. While Hitler decried many races, he was an extreme anti-Semitic. Hitler's description of Jews, taken from his book, Mein Kampf: parasites, liars, sly, crafty, without any true culture, a sponger, a maggot, eternal bloodsuckers, repulsive, unscrupulous, bloodthirsty, the mortal enemy of Aryan humanity, Jews will plunge Germany into another world of war.
There is no equality with Germany under Hitler's rule.
Hitler believed in a struggle for world domination. There was an ongoing racial, cultural, and political battle between the Aryans and the Jews. He accuses the Jews of conducting an international conspiracy to control world finances, control the press, even promoting prostitution. In order for the Aryan race to prosper, the Jews must be destroyed.
This belief would be shared in varying degrees by millions of Germans and people from occupied countries, so that they either remained silent or actively participated in the Nazi effort to exterminate the entire Jewish population.
The persecution and genocide was carried out in stages. The Nuremberg laws of 1935 deprived Jews of German citizenship and prohibited marriage and relationships between Jews and Germans. Jews were made to wear the Star of David and forced to move into Jewish ghettos. Jewish businesses were boycotted and ultimately destroyed. Slogans like "Don't buy from the Jews" and "The Jews are our misfortune" were prominently displayed. The police did not intervene.
Jews were forcibly deported on death trains. These death trains led to the concentration camps. The trains consisted of cattle cars, packed with sometimes 200 Jews. No food or water was provided, and only a bucket latrine was available. The windows were barred, providing little ventilation. Death from suffocation or exposure was common.
The railways led to what the Nazis referred to as the final solution, or the concentration camps.
Once the Jews arrived at the concentration camps, they were immediately split into two groups. The young, the old, and the sick were immediately killed. Those who survived were put to work or placed in medical experiments. The work was grueling, often in the harshest conditions. One of their jobs included burying the victims in mass graves. Food and clothing was scarce, and medical help was non-existent. When you were unable to work, death was imminent.
People were killed by mass execution, where they were made to stand or kneel in front of large graves and were shot. Later, gas chambers were implemented. This is the first time in world history that mass factories were used with the express intent to kill in mass.
People were also used against their will for medical experiments. The most notorious of these physicians was Dr. Joseph Mengele. His experiments included placing Jews in pressure chambers, freezing them, attempting to change eye color by injecting chemicals in children's eyes, and other brutal surgeries. Between 1944 and 1945, the concentration camps were liberated. Some Jews had survived the horrific brutality of Nazism.
6 million Jews died. Today, equality is commonplace. We look at the Nazi treatment of Jews and say this can never happen in our society. But until Hitler came into power, equality and democracy were gaining ground. All it took was one dictator, the hatred of Jews, and one war to create the Holocaust.
It could happen today, as in this MTV commercial.
It can happen to you.
Or you.